Episode 11. This is the Dandin and RJ Machismo podcast. This is Dandin.
RJ Machismo. What's going on, everybody?
All right. So tonight we got our friend right here. He is hailing from Cleveland. Is it Cleveland, Ohio?
From Cleveland, in Cleveland. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Based from the DMV. We got our friend Nick Burton, a.k.a. Warehouse X. Is that 6359?
6539X.
6539X.
6539X. Close enough.
All right. So Nick is one of, as you can tell in the background, he is one of the biggest collectors I have known, especially the guy that we, support, Gilbert Arenas.
Always chefing.
Always chefing. So, he got a lot of stuff that he wants to share with us. So, Nick, thanks for having us, interviewing tonight.
I appreciate it, guys. I've been waiting for the call for a while.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
And I'm like, man, when are they going? I know he's going to bring me on. I know it. That I finally got the text.
So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nick's one of cool dude. I got to meet him. I met him off social media. Just a little background, and then primarily because we had so much interest with like Gilber Arenas, like sneakers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see his page. I'm like, wow. Like, this is like insane. And then I met him this year. He had like a thing in business trip in California. I met up with him.
Yeah.
And then this guy like brought a suitcase of like all his sneakers.
Damn.
Suitcase of shoes, suitcase of everything. Yeah.
Wow. So it's insane. Yeah. So this is a good segue for this. So tell us more about yourself, Nick.
Sure. My name's Nick Burton. I just turned 26. Born and raised Annandale, Virginia, right outside Koreatown, right there, right off Guinea Road, right there. So one street over, I'm into Fairfax.
Hey.
And but original Annandale kid, and lived there my whole life. Same house, with my parents, and grew up there. Elementary, middle, high school. Grew up diehard DC fan. Caps, Nats, Washington.
The Washington
team.
Football, yeah.
Washington football
we can say
team.
Redskins here if you want.
The football team.
I got something. I meant to bring it in here. I'll go grab it in a little bit. But I bought the one thing that they've actually released that's not clothing that says Washington Football Team on it, just to have. But Caps, Wiz, Nats, and Skins. Diehard DC fan. And I went to college, and then I ended up dropping out to do real estate. Essentially flipping houses. That's how I started, flipping houses and wholesaling, which is like the no money down real estate kinda. And then scaled that into buying and holding apartment buildings. And I've been doing that for the last 5.5 years. Proud college dropout. And just been going nuts since. We do some education stuff on the for the apartment buildings too, and that's it. Just working. I do real estate to build passive income so I can buy more stuff. That's it.
Hey, man.
Real estate isn't my passion. This is my true passion.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love this. I want to be around it. I want to spend all my time doing it. But I knew that I needed to make more money. I needed to be able to get to that next level in collecting, to where it's like the stuff you hear about at auctions, right? Like, this guy just spent $75,000 on a jersey, or like that crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's buying that. Yeah. Somebody's doing that.
It's always somebody's buying that.
And it could be me. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get to, that next level in collecting a little bit. But do real estate, love collecting. Huge Gilbert Arenas shoe collection. I think I have the third biggest right now. I don't think
it looks like you're number one, bro.
Number one, man.
I don't think anybody. I just hit 50 pairs. I don't think anybody's got over 60. But I think I know two people, Tony and Rocky. I know they got a couple more pairs. I got stuff they don't have. They got stuff I don't have. So I'm making my way to it. But that's what I do. Do real estate and collect stuff.
Man.
So man. So, as a real estate investor, right? I mean, was that, like you said, what inspired you to do it? Is it because of the collecting part, or is just Is there something before the whole collecting?
Sure. So I do only acquisitions. So
Yeah.
there's 7 people on my team. Over the last 4 years or so, we've bought a little over 4,000 units. So it's about 3,000 apartments and a little over 1,000 storage units too.
Dang.
So we've kind of just gone nuts
over
the last couple years. And my job is strictly to find the deal and get it to close. Once we close, I'm done with it. That's when the fun stops.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we're having to collect for like dealing with tenants and doing maintenance and all this stuff. I hate that. Okay. That is not me, but surrounding yourself with people who do like that and are good at it is super important. So I strictly find the deals, do the marketing, negotiate the deals, and buy the deals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great, man. So in your type of business, I know you're into like real estate, investing. Are there any other types of businesses that you're currently interested in doing in the near future or currently working on?
Yeah, I always get these just like random ideas, and I think it's going to be like an awesome idea, and I don't really get too far on it. I'm trying to figure out. I'd maybe like to write a book. I don't know what it would be on, but I'd kind of like to write a book eventually, probably within the next couple of years. I want to do something in this world. Like I really only buy stuff that I love. Like I don't really like people say, well, why don't you start selling stuff, right? Like, why don't you do that or flip stuff? And I'm like, I only buy the stuff that I like. So I don't really want to sell anything that I have.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'd like to be somewhere in this space, maybe the event space, like the national sports convention that just got canceled. That was going to be in December. Yeah, maybe something to do with autographs or autograph signings or just some memorabilia or collectible or shoe. I'm really trying to build up the Instagram right now. I'm trying to get some more followers on that and kind of just negotiate. I think I just hit like 2,700 on there. So I think I've had it for about a year and a half or so. Other businesses other than that, man, I don't know. Something with sports, maybe something with the DC, I guess, maybe. I don't really know. I'm really focused on real estate right now. I have my goals lined up. I know what I need to do. I know how to hit it. And I'm really focused on that. I'd like to open up a restaurant one day. I know that's going to be, I know that, I know.
With all your stuff.
Your guys' cousin was just on the last, on episode 9. I listened to that one. I know he has a couple places in where they at, in Alexandria or
it's near the National Harbor.
National Harbor. Yeah. But a restaurant would be one of those things that I'm just going to throw money at it, and if it floats, great. If it sinks, so be it. Like, but that's 5, 10, 15 years out. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just buying stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be more in this world. I want to start talking more shop with people in this world. And that's it, man. Yeah. That's what I would do.
That's cool.
What about you guys? You guys have anything that you've like maybe the next 5, 10 years you guys have thought about getting into?
Man, like
for me, man, I'm just being a father at the moment.
Family.
Yeah. But as far as business,
how many kids you got, RJ?
Only one right now, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Boy or girl?
I got one too.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Yeah, I know you got one, Dandin.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's sweet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Dandin's Instagram of his kid running around. Is like the best thing ever.
Playing Roblox.
He is like the most like I don't even know how to say it. Like he's just going. He's just like he's so into all the stuff he's doing, like the WWE stuff, and the Wiz and basketball and all that stuff, and Taekwondo or karate,
basketball.
Whatever he's doing. He's just an absolute. He's just into it, and like if I could just have like 1/10 of that energy in me, I would be like I'd feel so much better. Like that kid's hilarious.
Yeah. Wait till you have a family of your own.
Yeah,
and
man.
Kids are
I know, dude. That's
a whole different
that's on the
story.
list.
You better
Yeah.
have a
list, for
room
sure.
just for your stuff, so that way you just get through
Dude,
it.
Your own cave, bro.
Dude, I'm working on. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a house right now.
Okay.
And for me, and it's really not even a house. It's like my Instagram. It's going to be a warehouse.
Okay.
And it's a metal frame house. And I have the plans all out. They're already at somebody doing blueprints and all this stuff. But it's essentially just a man cave. Like the entire thing is a man cave.
Wow.
And I got some really cool ideas for it. Like the stuff you see in here is just like what I have up. Like I collect a lot of like paper stuff and newspapers and posters and pictures and autographs. I have tons of that stuff.
Dang, that's crazy.
And the thing is, frames are too expensive.
Yeah.
Like frames are like I could go spend, I don't know, 20,000-30,000 on frames like in an instant for all this stuff. And that like that wouldn't even make a dent how much junk I have. So yeah, I'm working on building a house. I'm just trying to do it with none of my own money is kind of the goal right now.
There you go.
I think I have enough connections in real estate that I've done enough creative financing where I think I can get it done. I need about $300,000 to do it.
Whoa.
It's not that much. It's not a ton.
Not that much for you.
You look in like LA and stuff, and like you can't even find a pot to piss in for $300,000.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's I'm going through a bunch of stuff with it right now, but that's like my big project that I'd really like to get started by the end of the year. So that's kind of a business to me, I guess.
So what are your plans for that warehouse though, man? Like, are you planning, like you say, it's going to be a man cave? Are you going to like open your own YouTube channel or you know?
No, I just want to, I want a place to put all my stuff. Like, it's displayed, like this looks nice right now, but I have a 2-bedroom apartment and this is my second bedroom and my other bedroom's my actual bedroom. And this room's actually bigger than my living room. So, I just want somewhere really big. I want high 20-foot ceilings. I want stuff going floor to ceiling.
Nice.
Posters, a huge TV, big couch. Like I have an okay couch, but like I want the big sectional. It'll have a bar. It'll have like a loft area, which will have a bar up there and stuff. But essentially just a giant open room where it's floor to ceiling, memorabilia and collectibles and shoes. And then what I think I'm going to do to cover up any like dead spaces, I'm going to either paint the walls. I'll probably paint the walls with like a magnetic spray. Like, you know how they have that where it's spray that has like the particles in it that you can stick stuff to it. And then do magnets on the back of sports cards, like just random cards, and then put them over the entire place.
That's a good plan.
I think that would look pretty sweet. So I've recently got back into cards, and I don't think I like it. I used to collect cards, and I'm getting back into it a little bit, and it's expensive. Like the cards ain't cheap. I can get like a pair of shoes for one card, and
there you go.
You can see the shoes from there. I can't even see the card,
and you can wear them too. You can't wear a card.
Yeah, and I can wear them, and I can take them places. Yeah, that's kind of something I'm dealing with right now. But personal conflict with cards.
No, just stick what you like, right? So you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So man. So with the current situation right now in the world, obviously, with your profession, have you like encountered any challenges so far, or
you know, we got ahead of it pretty well. As soon as it started hitting the fan with COVID and everything, like it was automatically like, well, you don't have to pay rent. And I have thousands and thousands of tenants. Yeah. And like people think the landlords are these big rich dudes that just throw money everywhere. Like I need rent to pay my mortgage. Right? Like I have to pay the taxes, I have to pay the insurance, I have to pay the mortgage. I don't just own this thing free and clear. So my livelihood is on tenants paying rent. And so that was kind of scary for a moment when pretty much every state was like, well, we'll delay rent for whatever. And we ended up being able to get ahead of it. We have really good relationships with a lot of our tenants, and we were able to reach out to them, be like, listen, we know income might be difficult right now.
Yeah.
You might not have a job. You might be getting less hours. You might, whatever the situation is.
Right.
We want to get ahead of this and work with you so that, listen, we don't want you to leave. We don't want to evict you. And we don't want you to not be able to live because you can only afford rent, right?
Right.
So we were able to really get ahead of it, talk to all these tenants, come up with a plan. Hey, are you going to be able to pay? Great. Hey, I can't pay this month. Okay, well, let's put you on a payment plan, and let's pay maybe $200 extra every month, or like only pay nothing this month, and then next month you'll pay an extra 200 plus your rent, or whatever it is. And I think when this really started, I think it was March maybe.
Yeah,
I think March.
Like all that lockdown stuff, right? March and April.
Yeah. I think all the lockdown stuff started in March. So I think we actually ended up collecting more money in March than in February when they hadn't done it, just because of how active we were with it.
Yeah.
I think or it was like we collected like 98% of what we usually collect without anything going on. So, the people who are getting screwed over, the landlords that are getting screwed over are the people that bought and paid retail. Okay. The people that paid what it's worth. I have to get deals. Same with shoes, same with this, same with that. I need to get deals. I don't buy it unless it's a deal. Okay. I ain't overpaying for nothing.
Yeah. Hell no.
Maybe once or twice, but I don't overpay for nothing. Like, you could bring me to McDonald's and give me a hamburger for $3. I go, I ain't overpaying for that. It's $1 hamburger right there.
Hell yeah.
But like, I deal with this a lot with shoes and stuff. Like, I'll just be straight up with people. Like, listen, I'll pay more, but just a little bit than what it's worth, just because I need it. The people who got screwed over are people who paid what it's worth.
Yeah.
And their margins are so slim. They need to collect all the rent. They need to get a premium rent. They need everything to go right in a deal. When I buy a deal, I plan for everything to go wrong. If everything can go wrong and the deal still works, it's a good deal, right? Everybody calls me the deal killer because all I do is kill deals. People bring me deals to do. I kill them. I kill at least 99% of deals that come across my desk.
I mean, that's good. I mean, sometimes you have to find a good deal for yourself too, right?
One good deal can set you up forever. One bad deal can take it all away.
Right.
It can set you back.
It can absolutely crush you. And I've done bad deals. I've lost some money that'll make you sick on deals. But I had a lot of good deals to kind of offset those bad deals. Like your buildings in DC, in Arlington, or out in LA, in Hollywood, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those people who are getting like 3% returns, 2% returns a year, like that kind of stuff. And then 1 or 2% of that money starts going away or whatever, like you might be in trouble now.
Dang.
I pretty much make 10% return on every building I own.
Nice.
Per year. So it'll be paid off in 10 years. That's kind of how we do stuff, where a lot of these big hedge funds out in New York City, they're usually paying off buildings in 17 to 20-ish years.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I buy twice as good deals as those guys.
Dang.
But they're usually messed up.
Yeah.
So I'll go in, throw a bunch of money at it, fix it all up.
Fix it all, yeah.
And, so that's what I do. Other stuff with COVID, financing's a mess right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I used to be able to get 75% on a loan on the loan to value, now I'm getting 65% or even less. So, lending's kind of a mess. People are just scared right now.
Yeah.
People are scared to lend people money, especially like I get a lot of hard money, which is like short term money that I'll pay a big premium on. I'll pay it on like 10 to 15% on it, and those guys are gone because those guys have cash and they're just sitting on it right now. Everybody's scared to be lending money out right now. It's lightened up a little bit, but 3 months ago it was a mess.
Yeah, I bet.
Wow, that's crazy. So how many properties do you own? Like, if you don't mind asking.
It's a little over 4,000 apartments. It's probably 30 properties.
Okay.
In Ohio.
In Ohio, I don't know. I own property in Ohio, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Illinois, and Alabama.
Roll Tide.
That sounds right.
Roll Tide,
That sounds right.
Yeah,
I think Alabama's the last one. There's
Okay.
probably one more I'm missing in there. But yeah, we own stuff all over the place. Usually our minimum to get into a new state is about 100 apartments. Really, we just do apartments. We own some storage, but that's not really our thing. Yeah, just apartment buildings, 100 units or more, A, B class areas, workforce kind of housing.
Yeah.
Something that's a little bit beat up that we can come in and
Fix it up.
and pump money into it and start getting better rents and force appreciation and force value into the deal. So we typically are all into these properties for about 65 cents on the dollar.
Wow.
Yeah, so probably about 25. It's a little over 300 million stabilized value, somewhere like that. And yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So my boss, Tim Bratz, he runs the show. And I now have equity in these deals now. So I didn't always have equity. I was an employee for a long time. I was an employee from the beginning, way before the apartment stuff came on. And we've been through a lot of crap together. And I knew one day if I just kept hustling, kept grinding, keep bringing value, that one day he'd give me equity. And I'll never forget it. It was December 19th, 2019, this past year. Tim brings me into his office. And I hadn't seen him in like a couple weeks, and it was the same day as our Christmas party. And so he's like, "You want a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Like we usually drink at our Christmas party, so I didn't really think anything of it. And he gets like the nice bottle of whiskey. He gets like the nice glasses. I think we might have had like the Sphere ice cubes in it or something too. Again, I'm not thinking anything about it. I'm just like, all right, let's get drunk. Let's start partying. Yeah. And he closes the door. And he sits down, and he goes, "Nick, I'm bringing you in as an equity partner in the deal, or in deals." And I literally stood up and I went, "Today's the big day!" and we both just started laughing, and it was a really, really good day. And so yeah, I own a small piece of the pie. But a little piece of the watermelon or 25% of a watermelon is better than 100% of a grape. So
definitely.
There's power in numbers, strength in numbers. So you're really, really fortunate. I sometimes like to think I'm lucky, but I think I created the luck.
You earned it, bro.
I think I put myself in the positions to get where I am.
Right.
And I'm going to continue to do that.
Yep, hard work pays off. Thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
So now here's the good part now to ask you. So what got you into, collecting sneakers, especially what you like to collect?
All right, yeah. Now the fun stuff.
Sneakers. So tell us more about that. And I see you also have a tattoo that you have, showing those sneakers. So you want to?
I got a couple things. So how did I? So I'll say this: I've always been into collecting stuff.
Okay.
I always like, as long as I can remember of like what I wanted to do in life. I don't even know. And before I was 10, for sure, I always wanted to have the world's best man cave. Like that was just like,
Yeah.
that was just it. Like that
Yeah.
was like what I wanted to do. And the way you do that is you collect for a lifetime, right? It's not you get a bunch of money, you go buy everything, and all
Right.
right,
Yeah.
you're set.
Yeah.
The way you build up uh, a super impressive collection is by constantly buying, getting better stuff, and get rid of older stuff. You enjoy it, you go, all right, I've enjoyed this enough. I'm going to pass
Get
it on
rid
to
of it.
somebody who can enjoy it more.
Right.
So yeah, as long as I can remember, that's what I wanted to do. And so I knew that I just had to start buying. I just had to keep buying constantly. And eventually I would have something that I'm proud of. And I only collect what I love. Nothing in this room I would sell. Like there's some things in here I might like sell if you made me an offer on it, and then I would just go buy it again.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
there's nothing in this room that I want to profit off of. I will probably sell, if I ever sell anything in here, it'll probably be at a loss. There's a couple things that I know I'll sell for more. But like these Scarface figures, I think I paid $20 a pop. It's going to cost $20 to ship it.
Yeah.
It's probably a $10 figure.
Yeah.
So I'll probably lose money on those. I'll probably lose money on a lot of the stuff. But I just love it. I love being surrounded by things that I like. And people say, it's materialistic. Screw them.
Yeah.
I like what I like.
Man. Yeah.
And
You work
That's
hard.
what makes you
it's the same-
happy.
You work
it's
hard.
the same with people that collect art or collect cars or
Yeah,
want
bro.
a boat or anything. Every single person has something that they're materialistic about. And I like memorabilia and toys and sports stuff and autographs and all this stuff. So I would say, so my top things I collect are obviously Gil Zeros is number one, or Gilbert Arenas shoes is my number one. And the way I got into that, I was thinking about it today because I'm kind of confused exactly how I got into it. Okay. So I got my first pair in 2010. Okay. I'll grab them. I got them set aside already. I reorganized this for easy access. This is my first pair ever. I think it's 2010 or 2009. This is my first pair. The black and white low, the Formotions. Okay. This is my pair. They're beat to hell.
Oh, dang.
Soul's coming way off.
Started top, man.
That's how you know you love it.
Yeah,
well, my best friend Adam, who I'm going to be hanging out with tomorrow, I'm going to the beach with, he had them too. And so, like, me and him used to talk Gil Zero shoes all the time. And my brother's 7 years older than me, huge Wiz fit, same as me, DC fan. Much more into the Wiz and Nats than I am, though. I'm probably more into the Caps than him. He's probably much more into the Wiz, Nats, and Redskins than me. I'm really into the Redskins and Caps.
Okay.
The Wiz, like, despite all this stuff, like, I'm definitely into the Wiz, but the Nats, I'm not really a baseball guy. It's kind of boring. Yeah, these shoes. My brother had a couple pairs of Gil Zeros, and he had them before I had mine. And I just remember being like, "Dude, what are those?"
Yeah.
And him being like, "These are Gilbert Arenas shoes," and obviously I knew who Gilbert Arenas was. I mean, he's a cold-blooded killer, and I was just like in awe. I remember being like, "This shoe is like incredible. I don't even understand it." And so my brother had them in 2008. And then I remember I think my mom got me these in 2009. 2009, I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And I wore them all high school. Like, it was my shoe. Like, I probably wore these more than any shoe ever, easily. Years and years and years of wear on these. And the fact that my best friend had them too, it was cool. We were like the guys. Like we were like, us two would have the same shoes. We'd hang out a lot together. So it was pretty cool. And then I remember my brother had a little bit bigger feet than me at the time. And I remember him moving back or something from college, or after something happened, and yeah, it might have been he came home for a summer or something, but he left all these boxes in the shed. And then I found out that there was pairs of Gil Zeros in the shed. And I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. And this had to have been 10th grade, so 2010. That's one of the cool things. My first grade was 2001, 5th grade 2005, 10th grade 2010, so it's easy to remember. Only time in 1,000 years you'll get to do that.
Yeah, right.
So I like immediately ran out to the shed and I found these shoes, and they were torn up by mice.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
They were completely shredded by mice. And he had the red, white, and blue lows. He had he had two pairs. He had the red, white, and blue lows, and then he actually had a pair of the white and gold Roadrunners, which Dandin, I've been like losing my mind over because I don't have them.
Yeah.
And the reason I want them is, how I posted it the other day, the new 3-footer that I got, the new 3-foot bobblehead I got. I wanted to premiere like a picture of it on this show, but the guy who created it posted it already. So I was like, oh, well, now I got to post it.
Just show it. Just show it. You can show it again.
I wanted to like premiere it on here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pull it up. But where is it? So I have the 3-foot Gilbert Arenas bobblehead, and I wanted to get one custom done in my favorite jersey. In the gold.
The old gold and black.
But I had him put him in Roadrunners, the shoes. So I kind of feel like a fraud that I put him in the shoes and I don't have the shoes. So like, it's driving me nuts. I'm like, I'm making offers to all these people that have them, and like, I only know 3 people that have them, and 2 I know won't sell. One's a jerk. And like,
of course,
I'll offer him like stupid money, and he's just a jerk.
Yeah.
So I have no leads on him, but my brother had that pair, and it was destroyed by mice. And I remember thinking, like, when I start getting money, I'm gonna go get all of them. Like, I'm just gonna. I had like really one dream pair of shoes, which was like the one shoe I went out to get. Like, if I could have one shoe in the world, a limited amount of shoes, it would be red, white, and blue mid. The red, white, and blue mid is my absolute favorite shoe. Not the lows. Everybody loves the lows. I love the mid.
Yeah.
And this was one of the hardest shoes for me to get. I didn't even know if it existed. Like, I saw photos of it online, but I'd never seen it for sale, and there was only one stock photo of it. So I'm like, maybe this is just something from China that like is just junk. So it was like this myth to me, like, does this shoe exist?
Yeah.
And one day, I think I was with Tony, Kicks and Wings, Tony, who's like one of my best friends now, who collects gills. He texted me one day. He's like, dude, there's a pair up on eBay. They're size 9, have no laces, and they're beat. And I was just like, dude, done.
Jump on it.
I just need to check these shoes out. So I got a size 9 somewhere over there. It is absolutely beat to hell.
Yeah.
But I had the shoe, and I remember getting it and being like, it just doesn't feel right because I can't wear it.
Yeah.
I can't wear the shoe, but at least I know it exists now, and the hunt's back on, because the hunt in this world is the best part.
Yep.
Once you have it, you have it.
It's the chase.
The hunt is and when you get it available,
reward,
I just got goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it on eBay one day, and I just like, this is a 13. I technically wear a 12, but I can go up to 13.
Hey, same
And
size. You guys.
yeah,
That's
12,
why
12,
we're
13.
cool like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we got perfect feet. And so I bought it, and the day it came in, I put it on and I wore it to the tattoo shop, and I got it tatted on my leg. The day it came in, I'll pull up the picture of that too. But I just knew this was my mega goal of ever getting into collecting. There it is.
Dang. That's
Got
sick, bro.
that.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, it's sweet. And yeah, this shoe, I'll never get rid of this shoe. If anything, I'm just gonna keep buying pairs. Anytime I see a 12 or
Anytime you
13
see
come
it,
up,
that's
I
mine.
guarantee I buy
Yeah.
it. If you know anybody with 12,
Yeah.
13s, red, white,
Yeah.
blue mids, I'm buying them. I'll pay
Yeah.
premium. I'll pay premium. I'm still looking for the hibachis, but I'm not throwing shots on this call yet.
Okay.
I'm not throwing shots. Somebody I know's got a couple pairs, and
Oh.
they won't hook me up.
No, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So, yeah. So, like, I saw like when Nick posted on his social media, and he tags Gil. Gil actually like posted it on his Instagram, saying like, hey,
Yeah.
like, there's somebody knows about my shoes, because I was the first one that did this like stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was sweet. His comment was something like, I don't know if there's anybody but like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and like he named like one other person. I forget who it is. Like, I don't know, Pippen or something.
Yeah.
And was like, I don't think anybody else has somebody who's got their shoe tatted on them. And dude, I read through those comments and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably had like 600-700 comments on it, and all of them are like, what bet did this man lose? Like stuff like that. Like what bet did he lose? And all this stuff. Oh, it was hilarious.
Yes.
But hey, it's pretty convenient that they don't like the tattoo because it's not on their body. That's how I see everything. Like anytime somebody and you're gonna run into people who dog this stuff all the time, and I go, well, that's pretty convenient. The person who doesn't like it doesn't have it, and the person who does have it does like it. So, yeah, I don't give a shit about it.
Cool. Buy what you like and like what you like.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome though. That was a big deal for me. I'd like to get that framed. I think that Instagram post. I got Ric Flair to tweet at me once too, and I want to get that one framed too.
Damn, that's tight, bro.
Nick's also a big wrestling fan too.
Yeah. No, I think you're a bigger wrestling fan than me. I got some wrestling. You can't really see it, but I got some wrestling stuff.
You got stuff. I know you got
Ric Flair had like a promotion. It was like, you buy a T-shirt and I'll tweet you or something.
What the hell?
So I bought like a $20 T-shirt, and then I waited like a couple days, and then I got a tweet that said "Woo!" And it was like just the perfect tweet. So
it was like copy and paste.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. It was like everyone just woo. But that was pretty cool. Man, I just love. I like knowing what I'm collecting. Like I have a list of things that I will collect, because I'll buy, if I go to a store, I'll just start buying stuff. And I've gotten a lot better at it over the last few years. Like I know exactly what I buy. I have a whole spreadsheet of what I need to buy.
Damn, that's tight, bro.
I think I've actually shared it with Dandin before.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I still have it.
Yeah, it breaks down like every Gil Zero shoe that's out there. Like I have a catalog of every shoe. I have next to it who owns the shoe, and then
I'm on there
like
too.
people that I know.
You got the hit list.
Who owns the shoe? What shoes I own?
Yeah.
And then I have like all the autographs I have broken down, whose autograph I want. I have other toys. I have other shoes, bobbleheads, all that stuff. So, Dan's the only one with the Dolce and Gabbanas in it, and I have my saved eBay search going, but I've never got hit with it yet.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. So aside from that shoe you just, showed that you said that was the most difficult for you to find, is there like a second most difficult shoes to find?
Dude, there are shoes in here that I just never thought I would own. Like, it never even crossed my mind that it would ever be available. And I own the two hardest pairs that I thought would be to get, I own. And so those would be.
Wait till you see this, RJ.
Which one's that? They're down there. There we go.
Don't disappoint me, Nick, man.
Another thing that drives me nuts is shoe boxes. I hate nothing grinds my gears more than watching these sneaker YouTubers or just sneaker collectors in general. And I might be dogging you guys by saying this, but the backdrop boxes. I like, the backdrop boxes.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yeah.
You want to see the side of the shoe. You don't want to look at the back of a stupid shoe.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts to see that. And there's I think 2 companies out that have side opening boxes, but they only fit up to size like 13 or something. And I have some miscellaneous like 15s in here and stuff.
Damn.
So that's not going to be an issue with the way I'm building this house. But that drives me bonkers. Yeah. So I have these, but all right, we'll start with the one. So the slams.
Dang. Yeah.
Slams are one that I never.
Damn unicorn.
I never thought I would have. These are 10.5s. To my knowledge, are the only ones with tags still on. I don't think anybody else got tags. If you could see the bottom of it there.
Yeah.
It has Gil's Slam magazine cover.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a Slam magazine I'm looking for. So if
with his tattoo out, right?
I don't.
Damn,
have
dude.
I have a handful of Slam magazines, and I actually bought the coffee book.
Yeah.
The Slam magazine coffee book that has every cover in it. That thing is awesome. But I do not have that magazine yet.
Shit.
Yeah, this was a shoe I didn't think I would own.
Show him the insole, Nick. Show him the insole.
Yeah, I saw it on the bottom there. You can see it.
No, the insole of the shoe.
Yeah, inside says Slam in gold on there. Yeah, I don't know what I paid for these. I think I got a really good deal on them. I think I paid, which is, if I say really good deal, it's probably the second or third most I ever paid for a pair of Gills, but I think $350 or $300 for these. And yeah, I message everybody as soon as something comes up, I'll either buy it.
Yeah.
And I won't really mess around with it, or I'll send him a message right away on eBay. And I think he was asking $1,000.
Damn.
And I messaged him. I'm like, dude, I want the shoe. Look at my Instagram. I want the shoe. And I actually talk to this guy all the time now. The guy who sold me the shoe.
Yeah.
And the people I've met, just to add on to that, the people that I've met in collecting Gills, I talk to them all the time. I talk to Dandin all the time. I talk to Tony almost. I'm hopping on like FaceTimes with Tony to like just do random stuff. Rocky RDK, I talk to him. Shoeman, I talk to Shoeman all the time. Shoeman's a beast. I'm actually going to link up with him and Tony when I go home in November, and we're going to combine mine and Tony's collection of Gills. So it'll be over 100 pairs. But I love everybody everybody's great. Everybody's looking out for each other. And there's a couple bad eggs, but for the most part, yeah, this shoe is awesome. I wish I had it in my size, but I'm not. I don't know how much I would wear it. Anyways, I wear any sneaker that is in my size. I would say 95% I have worn or will wear. This is not one of those pairs. This one is 13 and a half, or this one is 13, which is, I wear a 12 in the zeros and a 13 in the light switch. This is my size. Again, the only one that I know with sample tags still on, the Coke Zeros.
Wow.
This was like the Honus Wagner of Gilbert Arenas. And it came up for sale, and I was just like, I gotta buy it.
Hell yeah.
I gotta buy it. And he was asking, I think 3 G's for it. And listen, I ain't paying 3 G's for nothing. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't paying 3 G's for nothing. So I talked to him. We went back and forth a little bit, and he posted them on eBay. I got them off of eBay, so we're not paying fees or anything. And I bought them for $850, and that is by far the most expensive shoe I've ever bought.
Dang.
It's not even close. I've never paid over $350 or maybe $400 for a pair of shoes. So yeah, with the sample tags though, I only know one or two other people with this shoe, and theirs don't have the tags on it, I don't think. So yeah, this shoe will never be worn unless maybe like if I always try to think of it. I always try to think of a shoe in like a weird situation. Like what would be like? I have the all white Gil Zeros. I'm wearing those at my wedding. Like
nice.
I don't even have a girlfriend, but I've never worn them. I've never worn them, and I will wear those at my wedding. The all white Gils. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep them on ice for they're dead stock. So, other shoes that I never thought I would have. I don't know. I think I knew I could get the rest. It would just take time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got more stuff to show you guys, but yeah, these would be the two that I never thought I would get, plus the other one that I didn't even know existed until I found it.
Yeah.
So those would be my three probably grail pairs plus the OG. OG pair.
That's where it started.
I ain't never getting rid of this pair. I'm looking for another pair though. I had a excuse me. I had a dead stock pair I saw on eBay, but they were a size 13, and in these I know I wear a 12. So I sent them to my buddy who had the pair growing up, and he ended up buying them. So he's been rocking a fresh pair of black and white lows on me whenever I go home, and I just want to smack him in the mouth every time. I'll be seeing him tomorrow, and I guarantee he's wearing these shoes, and he's just going to make me jealous.
Oh, man. So the next part to that question is, do you have any other ones that you're looking for right now?
Yeah, I mean, the number one would be the golden white Roadrunners. The lows, that's probably my most wanted right now. What other ones? I have my spreadsheet up right now, just in case.
Organized.
Yeah.
I really want. I've seen a sample of a kid's pair, like a toddler pair. I don't know what size it is or whatever, but I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I'd really like to get one of those, or one or two of those. I have 3 nephews, and maybe give it to the oldest one or something. But eventually, when I have kids, I'd like to give them that. That would be a pair I'm looking out for. What's his name? Sebastian Telfair?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
He had a PE that was nuts. That I saw got sold like 8 years ago on some weird auction site, and I'd really like a pair of those. The Raymond Feltons, I have those, but I only have one shoe. I only got one shoe, but it's the red, white, and blue, but it's a little darker blue, and it's a little bit more orange red. Yeah, signed. Has Felton on the tongue.
Nice. Number 20. Is that with the Bobcats at that time?
Yeah. Yeah, these are cold. I'd really like to get I doubt I'll be able to find them not in his size. But I really like to get some more of those. I have a couple other pairs that I only have one of. A Devin Harris Mavericks pair. I have one of those. That one's up here. That one's sick. And then I have a Jalen Rose one shoe.
Dang, Jalen Rose had one.
Yeah, I got the one shoe for that. Here's the where is it? There it is.
Probably has the other pair.
There's Jalen Rose. Yeah, I know a guy who has like 3 or 4 of these, but he just won't sell them to me. He only collects Devin Harris though, so I get it. They're
Nice.
signed on the tongue with the DH on the tongue there. These are sick. I don't know, size 12 and a half, so I could actually wear these. I'm not afraid to wear game used shoes. I've done it before. I'm not super proud of it, but like my Barbosas that I just got.
Damn, Leo Barbosas.
Yeah, here's this shoe.
Look at 'em.
This shoe is so
Jeez.
sick.
Wow.
This is the
The
Jalen
Suns?
Rose.
Oh,
Yeah, long boy on the tongue.
okay.
Sample tag. This
Damn.
shoe's like quality is like ridiculous.
Those are sick.
This shoe is like the suede on it is nuts. This shoe is awesome. I can't stand people that sell one shoe.
Right?
Like
Yeah, like who the hell does that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Left pair only.
I have 3 pairs. Luckily, they're all right shoes that I
Oh,
have.
okay. Yeah,
And I like displaying the right shoe on all these. Like you can see, they're all pointed that way.
yeah.
So it kind of worked out. But I can't imagine what I would do if I got a left pair and I would
You're
lose
like-
my mind.
You gotta move it the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm screwed on 3 other shoes. So
yeah.
maybe try to even those out, I guess. The Roadrunners are my number 1.
Okay.
The Roadrunners are the shoe that I need, or I do want the Benihanas. I don't have those, which kind of kicks me in the ass sometimes. I remember having the opportunity to buy them like a couple times in like 2014 or 15, and I didn't really start making any money till like 2015, late 2015, and then it was just like I bought it. Like I bought 20 pairs in the last, or 22 pairs in the last 12 months of just Gills.
Dang.
That's love right there.
Yeah, that's love, bro.
I don't need doubles. I don't need doubles other than the red, white, and blues. I'm not really interested in buying doubles. If a pair comes up that I already have, but it's an exclusive pair, I'll send it to Tony. I'll send it to Dandin. I'll send it to whoever.
Nice.
I don't need doubles. And every single time somebody has referred me a pair, I've sent them money. Like I know their PayPals. They do not accept the money. I will just force them. I will force them money. I'll block them. I'll block them on Venmo or whatever.
Yeah.
Friends
like,
and family.
Yeah.
Listen, you got me. I got you.
Yeah. That's good to hear, man.
That goes a long way for me. It's like you take care of people who take care of you. So
Yeah.
Roadrunners, I need them. Gil, if you got a pair, send them my way. All right, I need them.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. Hopefully you get those shoes, in the near future. So, besides Gilbert Arenas Sneakers, I see that you also collect all types of collectibles. Can you tell us more about it, and especially those 3-footers in the background too?
Sure, I got you. So I would say the main things I collect are, I actually have it written down like, Nick, this is what you are supposed to be buying.
Yeah.
Nothing else, because I go to, this is cool, whatever, I'll buy it. I collect Gil Zeros. I collect 16x20 autographs of my like favorite people or superstars, like mega stars. So Peyton Manning, Wayne Gretzky, Ovechkin, who else? I'm just Pele, like superstars, Tom Brady, Conor McGregor, stuff like that. Like people that I like. There's a hand, like I really want to build that up, that collection of 16x20. I have maybe, I don't know, 20 something 16x20s. I have Gil, I have Vince Carter, I have Johnny Lawrence from Karate Kid, I have Nate Diaz from UFC. I have Brian Arakpo. I was a big
Damn,
Arakpo fan.
Arakpo.
Who else do I got? I have Rick Ross. I'm a huge Rick Ross fan.
Hey, Maybach music. Yeah.
Yeah, big on the boss. I had 4 pairs of his Ewing shoes too. I know Dandin.
I was
Dandin
trying to
wanted
get a pair.
of them. I know.
Damn.
So I have 16 by 20s, 3-foot we'll end with 3-foot bobbleheads. I buy any LeBron stuff that I find, like in the wild. Like if I'm like out somewhere in Cleveland and I find anything LeBron, I'll usually buy it. I'm not necessarily a big LeBron fan. Like I don't hate LeBron like a lot of people do. RJ, what sports teams do you like? I know what Dandin likes. We got to get this out of the way.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, I do live here in the DMV.
Yeah.
So basketball, I'm a Bulls fan, obviously, right?
Okay.
You know, growing up in the Philippines, that's the only team I saw. So football, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh my God, we had such a good thing going. We
Yeah.
were rocking and rolling now.
But and everybody else, you know, I'm all DC right after that. It's just NBA and NFL.
Stinks.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah, I know.
There's only one worse team than the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
everybody.
the Cowboys.
Oh, the
But,
Cowboys for me. I hate those guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I really collect a lot of DC stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly Redskins, Capitals, Wiz stuff. My dad and my brother are both lifelong big Redskins fans for sure. So my dad went to the Super Bowl in '84 when they lost to Oakland. They lost 2 Super Bowls, but they won the year before, and then they went to the Super Bowl, and then my dad went to that one. So I have a bunch of stuff from that Super Bowl that's super important to me, like Wheaties boxes and mugs, and I'm still bugging my yaya. I'm Greek, so my yaya, my papu. I'm like, where are your guys' Super Bowl tickets? Like, I need those tickets. I know these people are old. I know they got them around somewhere. They didn't throw nothing away. So those Super Bowl tickets are somewhere, and I really, really want those. That would be really special to have. Scarface. I love Scarface. That's top 3 favorite movie for me.
You got that boss inspiration there too, you know, Rick Ross.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Scarface is one of my favorite. Tony Montana, and my other favorite movie is The Running Man, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is actually what my Instagram is named off of. 653-9X is from The Running Man, and the reason I like The Running Man so much is I watch it every Christmas. Every Christmas morning, the family, while opening presents, watches The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Tradition.
It's just tradition.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that movie. So I want to collect more of that stuff, like movie posters and stuff. But I'm really not trying to get any more big print stuff right now until I get into a new place. Like especially delicate stuff like that. So Running Man, Scarface, 16 by 20s, Gills, just stuff of people that I love. Like I love Marshawn Lynch. I love Mick Foley, Foley Mankind. I love Bruce Lee. I love Clinton Portis. Who else? Ovechkin, obviously.
Yeah.
I love all these guys. I want to collect a lot more of their stuff. But toys. I have a lot of toys. Old magazines, like magazines from the 40s and 50s. I got a bunch of that stuff. I do collect some video game stuff. I have all my old consoles. I've never gotten rid of a console. I have my Sega Dreamcast, my N64, my PS1, my PS2, all that stuff I really like.
Any jerseys? Are you into jersey collecting?
Oh yeah, you know I do. I actually I have it like pinned up behind my TV actually, because the only place I could put it. I have the Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, that's the jersey I was talking about.
Game used though.
Yeah. That's the one right there.
This is like one of my absolute grails, and I have it just on a hanger right now because I want to get it boxed pretty nice. But it's signed Best Wishes, Gil 0. I got this from somebody who was on Gil's bowling team, and I think he worked at like a club and stuff, and I have some other cool stuff that we'll show a little bit later when we get into the other stuff, but that came from this guy. So I don't have paperwork on it, which kind of stinks. I think I'm going to try eventually. It has like a blood spot on him. So if I go back, they only wore the jerseys. They only wore the jerseys so many times.
Yeah.
So if I just go through it, see which jerseys he bled in or got cut during the game, I can try to maybe pinpoint it. So
yeah.
And then I have a game used preseason Gil jersey against the Cavs. So it's preseason, but it's against the Cavs. I'm in Cleveland, so that's pretty cool. I'm not nearly into jerseys like I know Dandin is. I know Dandin has way more jerseys than I do.
One thing I can get with you guys.
yeah. I have the Arizona jersey, a couple of the gold jerseys. The gold jersey is my favorite jersey ever. A white, like a home and away. I didn't get an enemy's jersey, a Gil enemy's jersey. I heard the Did you get one, David?
No, I heard the quality sucked. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, maybe it was Tony that got it. Maybe Tony got it, and he just said it was trash.
Did you get the zippers, the New Orleans zippers one?
I do not have that one. I do not have that one. That's an expensive one.
Yeah,
it's like $1,000 right now on eBay.
Yeah, that one's up there. Hockey jerseys. I have a bunch of Caps jerseys, and then just some random other stuff. But jerseys, it's not as easy to display, and when you are displaying it takes up so much space.
Yeah,
that I don't really have a good plan for right now. But when you have it,
you can't just fold it up. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah. So I actually wore I think I actually wore this jersey once, the Bullets one once. I think I wore it to a bar or something one night. Like it's signed in game use, and it's like 3 times too big for me. So, I remember throwing it on into a bar one night and being like, while I was there, like, this is stupid. I should go put this in the car.
Yeah.
Anything else I collect? I don't know. I have a lot of books. I try to read as much as possible. Mostly just personal development books. Ticket stubs, I guess, from stuff that I go to. I like that, but I only collect stuff that I went to. I don't really care about, or the Super Bowl ticket I didn't go to, but I really want that. Ovechkin stuff is big. That's probably it. Yeah, DC stuff, bobbleheads, and then last but not least, the 3-footers. I found out about 3-foot bobbleheads years and years and years ago when the article came out about the traveling Gil. the people who were taking the traveling Gil around. That one I didn't know at the time, but they got it custom in red, white, and blue Bullets jersey. With the base too and everything. So for a little bit, I thought that was it. Like I thought that was the standard one. And I, after doing research after a little while, I found out that the blue and white one that you can see back there. Let me move this.
Yeah.
The blue jersey one back there. That one, that's the standard one. And they were a promotional item at the stadium that you could go buy at the stadium, and I think a bunch of them were given to employees there and stuff like that. It's numbered out of 70, so there's only 70 made.
Wow!
And although the one that I have just got the custom one, when I bought it, it was unnumbered. It didn't have a number on it. So there's probably some random ones floating around, but they're supposed to only make 70 of them. And so then I knew, wow, I know how many there are. There's 70 of them. I wonder if I'll ever get it. It took me 5 or 6 years to get this one.
Dang.
Yeah, it took me 5 or 6 years to get that one. And then it took me maybe 2 years after that, I don't know, maybe a year or two. I can probably go back and check, but to get the other one. And the reason I got the other one is because somebody saw I had this one and bought the other one at a yard sale and was wondering how much they're worth. Dude, this kid, this like 14 or 12-year-old kid, he bought it at a yard sale for I think $50 or $75.
$50, dang. Player prices.
And
Right.
I was like, I didn't know how old this kid was, first of all. So but he's like, yeah, it's $50, $75. He's like, I'm like, I will buy it from you. He's like, how much is it worth? I'm like, it's probably $300 to $350 bobblehead, that's probably fair. It's nobody cares about Gilbert Arenas really, other than the small group of us. So it's probably $300 to $350 bobblehead. I offered him $400.
Dang.
And I was like, because I want it. And now I know I can do customs on it. So I'm like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the gold jersey on it. That's the coolest. And this kid was like, I'm like 12 years old. And I'm like, all right, what's your dad's number? Like, let's talk to your dad. And let me see if you can actually sell this thing. And I talked to his dad and it was all fine. And I went and picked it up. I drove 6 hours to go pick up the second one.
Jeez.
And
you gave him an offer they can't refuse, man.
Yeah, I mean, you buy it for $50, $75, sell for $400 in a week. That's
dude. For a 12-year-old?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
made his day.
So I met and I bought the second one, and I'm still planning. I want to get at least 3 more of the gills.
3 more.
You gotta find
because I want to do other customs on them. I know where 4 out of 70 are. So there's 70 made. There probably a bunch got trashed.
Yeah.
I know where 4 are. I own 2 of them. One person is the traveling gill that we talked about. I've already contacted them. They're not selling. And then another one is somebody that I just found, and he's ignored probably my last 10 messages that I've sent him over the last 2 years for it.
Dang, that's crazy.
He says it's like stored in his basement somewhere, and he doesn't want to spend the time to get it, and he's never responded to me again. So I don't know if he really had one, but he's not responding to me. But I would like to get a Bullets jersey, orange Bullets jersey custom. I've thought of, and that's the only one that I'm 100% certain of. I'll probably get the white jersey too. Just the white standard jersey. And then I'm kind of between like, do I do like Shanghai Sharks? Do I do the enemies?
Yeah.
Do I do an all-star jersey? Do I do the black jersey? I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with those, but I need to find them first. And I got the guy to do the custom on the other one. He's about as good as you can find to do customs on the 3-footers. That's like all he does.
Right.
And so yeah, I bought it for $450. I got the custom done for $250. Like, who's gonna buy this thing? I'm sure, like, I know a couple people in this hobby that would buy it for like $1,000 to $1,500 if I asked for it, just because they're not gonna find it anywhere.
Right.
But it's one of the things I just won't sell. Like I have people hitting me up. Agent Zero Collector, I think that's his Instagram. He mainly collects cards. But he's like, dude, where did you get this bobblehead? Like, I need this. And his girlfriend actually sent me a message on Instagram. She's
what
like,
the hell?
She's like, his birthday's coming up.
Whoa,
he won't stop talking about this 3-foot bobblehead.
Can you just give it to him?
Can you sell it to me?
Yeah,
or
sell
where
it.
can I find one? And I'm like,
dude,
I can't. Like, if I find one, I'm buying it.
Hell yeah.
But here's like, they have a small bobblehead too that you can buy for $40 on eBay. And I was like, you can go get him one of these. It's still a great gift. But
exactly. They want that one.
Yeah, so I got the gills. My next one that I bought was Blake Griffin. The Blake Griffin one, I'm a huge Blake fan. Clippers Blake, at least.
Clippers Blake.
And I got just a smoking deal. Like, to ship one of these things is a debacle, okay? Like it's $50 to $100 just to ship it.
Jeez.
And
Wow.
it weighs probably 30, 40 pounds.
That's why. Yeah, shit is heavy.
And it's 3.5 feet tall. So I found one on eBay shipped of Blake Griffin for, I think, $270. Like $270 shipped or something. And I was just like, done. And I kind of regret that they actually had another one for, I think, $250 shipped of Jeremy Lin. And I love Jeremy Lin. Yeah. And it was a Knicks Lin. And I passed on it. I was like, I'll just go with Blake for now. And I regret it. It's not available now. So I'd like to get a Jeremy Lin one. That one's 1 out of 50. That sounds right. Yeah. Gil is 1 out of 70. Blake is 1 out of 50. Then I got Carmelo Anthony from a buddy of mine. It's Nuggets Mellow. I knew my buddy had it. I was kind of in the high of buying 3-footers. Like, I think I just got Blake, and I paid $300 for him. And he lives close to me, so it was like a half-hour drive to go pick it up. That one's 1 out of 100. And then that one, I paid $300, $270. I either got the first Gil for $300 or $350. I think it was $350. And then I got Screech, the Nationals mascot. Yeah. And this one I paid retail for. And I'll tell you why I paid retail for it. And I don't usually like to pay retail on anything. Is I missed out on Ovechkin Stanley Cup 3-footer.
Ooh.
And the reason is you could see above them, I bought the full set of the regular Caps bobbleheads. And just those was like $600 for those. And they retail the 3-footers at $900.
Jeez.
Or it's $850 plus tax, which is like $902 or something like that. Yeah. Or plus shipping. They charge you $5 for shipping, which is ridiculous. So I paid I was looking at it back in the Caps, and I'd just gone to the Stanley Cup final. I was at Game 5 in Vegas when the Capitals won it. So I was at that game. And so I went to Game 4 in DC.
Nice.
I took my dad for his 60th birthday, and I went to Game 5 in Vegas. So I'm already just throwing cash out the window. I also had flights to go back to DC for Game 6 and flights to go back to Vegas for Game 7. Just in case. Because if
necessary.
Even if I didn't want to go, like if I couldn't afford to go to the game or whatever the situation is, I couldn't sleep like without the ability to go to the game.
Yeah.
Like even if like I could pay whatever the ticket is, that's fine. Like tickets are going to go up and down. There'll always be tickets available. There are not always flights available. So I knew I had to book that. And so I just went to, we can talk a little bit more about that, but I bought the full regular size set instead of the Ovechkin 3-footer. And now I live and die by this. You buy whatever is the most rare that you can possibly afford.
Yes,
Rarity and like things that are naturally or like retail expensive are automatically rare because not everybody can drop big money on these shoes on a big bobblehead. Like shoes, they're so popular because they retail for $200 or $220, and affordable. Then they can start going up and down, and it, like you have a chance. Like a lot of people aren't even looking at this because it's $1,000, $900. So I really regret not buying the Ovechkin. There's only 10 of them made.
Oh,
I really regret that one. I do believe I will find it one day and I will buy it. I will overpay for it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yep. So there's 3 different Ovechkin bobbleheads, 3-footers. There's one that came out in like 2007 or something. There was one that just came out another time, like 2012, and then the Stanley Cup champion one. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 55, and 1 out of 100, I think. Yeah. And I have faith finding the other 2. I actually made an offer to somebody for one of the other Obies. I offered him $3,000 for it. And because those are like, I would much rather have those than anything else.
Yeah.
Like way more than the Road Runners. I want the 3-foot Ovies. And I offered him $3,000 and he was like, I'll think about it and we'll see. Like, but I knew I'm overpaying for it, but I need it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now that I also went to Game 7 of the World Series for the Nationals. So I saw the Nats win too. So I'm 2 for 2 in attending championship clinching games.
Nice.
So if the Wizards or the Redskins go, I'm going.
You gotta go.
It's a lock.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nick is a gamer, man.
So as soon as the Nationals won the World Series, I knew they were going to be coming out with a 3-footer, whatever it was, and I was just going to buy it. Whatever it was, I was going to buy it because I wasn't going to have it happen again. And this is 1 out of 10. So one out of 10. I think I have number 8, maybe something like that. Yeah, they're awesome. Everybody wants to know more about these things. Like they steal the room. Everybody has questions about them. They think they're so awesome. And they're really good quality. My Gilbert Arenas ones are both signed. They were signed during the promotion. The other ones, they don't retail signed, but they can go all the way up as low as about $300. And then you can find them for $5,000, $6,000. Some of them, man, they get up there. Like Tom Brady ones. Yeah. Like Tom Brady ones are through the roof. Kobe ones.
Of course.
I almost a Kobe one went up today. So Kobe Bryant, I think it's Kobe Bryant Collector on Instagram. He also collects MJ stuff too. That's an awesome account. You guys should definitely follow that account. He just collects Kobe toys and bobbleheads and that kind of stuff. No shoes, I don't think.
No shoes. Okay.
But really awesome stuff. And he has all the 3-footers of Kobe. I think they came out with 6 Kobe ones. I think he has 4 or 5. His name's Nick too, I think, actually. And there was a Kobe one that went up on eBay today, and it sold for $2,024.88. So 2024
488.
That's wild.
And I saw
and his birthday's coming up.
I saw it when it was up for sale. The bid was at like $1,500, and I was like, maybe I'll bid on it, but I don't know. I can spend $2,000 on a lot of other stuff right now. Plus, I'm trying to work on this house, so I don't really want to be throwing around $1,000. So, that's the bobbleheads. Other ones that I want, Gil. I want more Gils. I want Ovi. What other ones do I want?
I don't know. You want them all?
I don't know if I do. I don't know. They just came out with the Dennis Rodman that I'm thinking about getting.
Yeah, that's going up too.
They just came out with Rodman and Pippen. No Jordan because nobody has any Jordan licensing. But I thought about getting the Rodman, but they haven't put a picture out of it yet. And all I want to know what his hair is like. Whatever. If his hair is like, if his hair is green or like something crazy, I'm buying it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But if it's like basic, I'm not. I don't need it.
Yeah.
So that the 3-footers are awesome. You need a lot of space for them. They weigh a lot. The boxes they come in are massive. I actually still have like the box from Screech in my living room right now, or in my other room, and it's just taking up the whole thing. So that would be those would be the main things I collect, plus the bobbleheads.
Oh, okay. Those are nice, man. But as we wind down, man, I just wanted to ask you, for anybody that wants to collect anything, right? I mean, what would be your best advice? I mean, just seeing how passionate you are for
it. I talk to a lot of people about this, and the main thing is collect what you like.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Don't collect to impress anybody. Like, I had a really hard time. I spent probably an hour or 2 looking in here on what do I want to show these guys? Like, I don't know what they like. I don't think they're going to be it's cool to see it all, but I don't think they're I don't know. like I collect a lot of Rocky stuff, and I collect like Scooby-Doo stuff, and like there's nothing in here that has like wow factor that's really expensive. I have a big Tony Soprano painting that I almost brought in here. You can find that on Instagram. It's Tony Soprano sitting in the Game of Thrones throne. That was my most expensive thing I ever bought. That was a custom piece. It's 3 feet by 4 feet. I paid a couple grand for it. That was, I got like a big paycheck, and I was just like, it was my first big paycheck, and I was like, I'm getting ignorant. I'm just throwing money at whatever. And but yeah, I just, why do I care what anybody else thinks of it? I care what I think of it.
Right.
And so collect what you like. Don't collect to impress anybody, because you're not impressing anybody. And don't spend more than you can. Don't like I overpay for things, but it's because I can afford it.
Right.
Don't pay for things you can't afford.
Yeah.
This stuff does not come above your house, your apartment, your rent, your food, regular sneakers, insurance, car payments, medical bills. It doesn't come above any of that stuff. So keep that in mind. Sometimes I have a little bit of reality check if I buy like a lot of stuff in a week, and I'm just like, do I really need all this stuff? Like, do I really need it? And then I'll go through, I might get rid of a couple things here or there. I just heard, I want to start giving to more charities. Like there's a lot of these toy charities that, I just found one that they'll actually take sports cards and like give them to kids in hospitals and stuff. Like, I have like a billion sports cards. So like, just take them and give them to some kids. Like that goes a long way. Be nice to people. Don't screw anybody over, because that's just it. You're done once you screw somebody over. Be nice. Buy what you can afford. Buy what you like. Get to know people in your area and in the hobby of what you're looking to collect. Maybe you want signed baseballs. There's a lot of Facebook groups. Like Facebook groups are huge nowadays, especially for memorabilia. For shoes, for autographs, for bobbleheads, toys, whatever it is. Join Facebook groups. Get on Instagram. Talk to more people that are into what you like. And this kind of comes back to real estate a little bit. Like I get the opportunities that I do in real estate, and this is kind of similar to collecting. I am not, this is the perfect analogy for where I am in real estate and where I am in collecting is, and this is I guess in real estate in Cleveland. I am not the biggest fish. I do not have the most real estate in Cleveland. I do not have the most Gilbert Arenas shoes. I do not have the most game used jersey, Gilbert Arenas stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. I guarantee I'm the most known. I guarantee I'm the top of mind when people in Cleveland think real estate. Nick and Tim, those guys are buying. When you think Gilbert Arenas shoes, Warehouse, he's buying. Warehouse is buying. Like the goal is to stay top of mind in whatever you want. And this goes with any business that you're constantly looking to buy something. Like you want to stay top of mind. If I told Dandin today that, hey, I'm looking for I don't know, something obscure, a snowblower. Okay. I'm looking for a snowblower. 12 months from now, when Dandin comes across a snowblower, he's not thinking about me. He's not going to remember that Nick one time brought up a snowblower. He's going to start thinking about it if I tell him every single week, dude, I buy snowblowers. Look at this snowblower, whatever. So stay top of mind in what you do. That's just in any business aspect. You want to be the go-to guy. And I do feel like I am the go-to guy in Gil Zero shoes right now. And yeah, do what you like. Do what you like and don't do it for anybody else. And wear your shoes. If they fit, wear your shoes.
Wear your shoes, bro.
And don't ask your parents for money. Like, there's some of these kids that I see walking around with like
everything, bro.
$1,500 shoes and stuff. Like, dude, this was like crack when I got it. This was like, I couldn't believe this pair of shoes when I got it. And that's why I wore them till I wore them like a couple years ago for something after they had already been deteriorated. So, get money, work for whatever you want to have. That's it, guys. That's all I got.
Passionate about it too.
I got one more thing that I wanted to show that I know Dan's seen it. This is probably one of my coolest things. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. Oh, here it is. Anything else that I wanted to show you guys? I don't think so. Bunch of shoes. The Amex Express. This is the last thing that I'll end on. This is something I never thought I would get as well. So this is an invitation to Gilbert Arenas' 25th birthday party.
Dang.
And it says instead of Amex American Express is Arenas Express. And this I got from the guy who the guy whose card this is sold me the game used jersey, and I have a couple pairs of Gil shoes straight from Gil's closet. I also have an invitation to Clinton Portis's like 26th birthday party or something. It's like a big pop-up thing too. So this is super special to me. I never thought I got it. It took me about 3 years to get it, like from knowing that he had it. So I'll always have that. I don't know anybody else that at least collects stuff. I know they're not getting that. So that's what I got, guys.
Wow. Man, that's an amazing
passionate, my man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
I'm into it, man. Dude, you guys come out to Cleveland when all this stuff starts blowing over, dude. I will show you everything in here.
Yeah,
we can go for a whole day, I swear. And then once I get the house, I'll have plenty of bedrooms. Come over, talk shop, and it'll be awesome.
Definitely, yeah. We would definitely want to see those. Thanks for sharing that. So, since we're in the topic of Gilbert Arenas shoes, me and RJ, actually want to share something for you too. So, I'll start off a little bit. So Nick probably seen these already. So I wore them for you this week. Okay. So I
man.
wore these Dolce & Gabbanas for you.
That's another one that I need that I don't think I'll find.
Yeah. So like these, I love these things, man.
What did those? Do you know what those retailed at?
I think 500.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. I got it for like got it for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, I haven't even seen anybody ever with them other than you and Gil.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even, like, it's just not a shoe that anybody ever wore.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a practical shoe. It's like you're walking around and like.
No, he was the first NBA player to wear a designer shoe.
Yeah.
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 Then everybody else started doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nonsense. So that is a shoe that is probably right at the top of my list, but it's not one that I'm super focused on. I think it'll just show up one day. Where the Roadrunners I need because I feel like a fraud because I have them painted on the other Gil. Yeah.
All right, so RJ want to show you something too. So
I got this box right here.
Show him the price.
You see that price right there?
Oh!
so
if you want to take a guess what's inside the box.
Well, I'll just show them.
What size are they?
This is a 10. This is my size.
Oh my god!
And let me
$10
for validation. For validation, let's 10.50.
Where'd you get it at?
Shoe City, Oxon Hill, Maryland.
That's disgusting. That's like.
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend that. Like I can't even go to the store now and find anything for $10.
No.
Let alone like a Grail shoe.
Nothing, man. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'd like to get those. I'd like to also get the Bugs Bunnies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have those. I have the Tweety Birds in like a size 8.5. I think that's the smallest shoe that I have. I have one 8.5, and I think I have two 18s.
Damn.
Two 18s, but they're kind of cool. They're actually college pairs.
Okay.
They were like the NCAA edition of the Gill Zero or something like that. So I have a red and a blue one, both the same size. So they both look awkward together.
All right. Nah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So as we wind down, man, we want to turn the table. I want you to ask us a question now.
Okay. Well, I have one quick question.
Okay.
And then I'll have another question. RJ, do you have any other Gill shoes?
No, man. This is the only one that I have.
That's a damn good one.
It's yeah, because I mean, like I said, I saw it for that price, and for me, I'm a Bulls fan. I like red and black shoes.
Yeah. Okay.
Red, black, and white. So that caught my attention. I didn't really realize how rare it is. Like over the years.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Dandin was, he always tells me, he's like, you should keep it. You should keep it. I was like, maybe I should sell it. And he goes, nah, you should keep it.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like, but so, and it's funny. One time I posted a picture of that, and then Nick Young, right? I tagged him on it because he liked the photo. So it was some
really. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's some cool recognition there, man. So yeah, that's the only one I like. But like the ones that you have, I think there's another one that I wanted. I think it was the low tops, the Wizards colorway, the 4Motion ones.
The Wiz lows.
Yeah.
I got.
I'm sure you had those.
I got those.
This is the red, white, and blue lows.
Yeah.
I got those.
Yeah.
I have. Those were also a giveaway at some point where he would if you donated, I think it was, he would send you a signed pair.
Yeah.
This is another just sleeper pair. This is my most worn Gill shoe probably. Other than so the red, white, and blues, the sole is already starting to come off. Like I've only worn it 3 times.
Yeah.
But this shoe I wear, just the white and blue, I wear the hell out of this shoe. This shoe is sick. And I would probably buy more of those eventually. But yeah, the red, white, and blues are awesome. And those come up. There's actually 4 or 5 pairs on eBay right now.
Yeah.
Of that shoe, but the guy's asking something ridiculous, $600 a pair or something.
Yeah.
He spammed them at 3 a.m. or something, and nobody's buying them. But I got a question for both of you, and this might be a 2-part. First of all, Art, did you watch WWE at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 questions. Now let's do 3 questions.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I want your top 2. I'm going to ask you, what are your top 2 shoes, just silhouettes, other than Gill shoes? I'll say that.
Yeah, okay.
Just outside of Gill for now. What's your top 2 favorite wrestlers of all time? And what's your top 2 favorite athletes? And we can't say Gill.
Damn.
we can't say Gill. So top
good
shoes, wrestlers. Shoes, wrestlers, and athletes. It can be any sport. And I'm gonna get in on this too.
Go ahead. Go first.
Okay, I'll go first. We'll start with shoes. My favorite shoe, other than Gill's, this is a beater pair, and this is a shoe that I really, really want to start collecting. I have one other pair somewhere in here, a dead stock Union pair, but this is beaters. The 180.
Yeah,
Olympic
180s.
Yeah, the Barclays.
The Olympic one. The Olympic 180. This is probably my top, maybe my second favorite shoe, including the Gill, the red, white, and blue Gills. So I obviously like red, white, and blue. And when I saw this shoe, as you can see, it beat to all hell. I was just like, whoa. I didn't know. I'm not a big sneakerhead like everybody else is.
Right.
Knowing every Jordan, every Nike that's ever come out. I can't, Air Max's numbers confuse me. But this this shoe is phenomenal. So I would say this one, and I would say there's a Jordan 3s. I'll go Jordan 3s.
Yeah.
Jordan 3s. My first pair, I still have them, a pair of Fire Reds. It's the only pair of Jordan 3s I ever had. I remember I got them and went to go play basketball like immediately. This is in like I don't know, like it was Fire Red 3s.
I think that was like 2006, right?
I got these in 2014 maybe.
Oh yeah, the second release, second retro.
I got them in 2014. I paid $200 for them, which at the time was like, oh my god,
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
And I remember feeling literally like I could jump higher and run faster. Like I remember being like the coldest guy on the court. Like, and I stink at basketball, but that's my number 2. I really want white cement 3s. I've never pulled the trigger on them, but that's a grail pay for me too. So that's my shoes. So why don't you guys go ahead and choose, and we'll circle back around.
I would do 2 Jordans, but that would be like biased. But I would just put one. I think the first one would be the Jordan 13s. I always love that silhouette. Yeah. And I'm gonna throw in the Crazy 8s, Adidas Crazy 8s.
Yeah. So all right, I like that.
Yeah. So that's my top 2 silhouettes right now.
That's badass.
Yeah.
What about you, Dandin?
All right. So mine, I'd probably say Jordan 11s because the patent leather it just pops off.
Yeah. Iconic.
And second shoe, I'd probably say
tough.
Man. Man, this is tough.
So many.
I guess the Air Max. Yeah, I guess it might confuse Nick. The Air Max, Air Max 95s.
Okay.
The neons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that. And
that's
then
all right.
Wrestlers, right? You said.
Yeah. Go wrestlers. We'll start with you now.
So me, this is my top 2.
Just top 2.
Top 2. All right. Hulk Hogan is my number 1.
Hey,
big Hogan fan. And then another guy, Bret Hart.
Okay, those are 2 good ones. What about you, RJ?
You already know, man. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, number 1.
Okay, I like that. I think I have an action figure of him somewhere in here.
Yeah, and then number 2 would be the Undertaker.
Okay, those are 2 good ones.
Yeah.
I'm going Mick Foley and all kinds of Mick Foley.
Dude, love Cactus Jack.
And then I would probably go. It's HBK.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Kid. Yeah,
I might throw Jeff Hardy in there at 3, but HBK too.
HBK.
So my 2 favorite athletes, other than Gil, will go. Man, this is hard. Ovechkin, 1. And then I don't know. I might go like Marshawn Lynch or Chad Ochocinco or something. I really like those just off the wall kind of guys. Yeah, probably Marshawn. I'll go Marshawn.
Marshawn Lynch, beast mode.
Yeah.
For me, man, Kobe Bryant, obviously.
Okay. Great one.
Number 1. Number 2, man, it'll be Donovan McNabb. That's my guy. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I know.
What a
typical Eagles fan. Yeah, a typical Eagles fan.
The Redskins for a minute too.
Exactly.
That even more.
Yeah.
What a,
Yeah. Typical Eagles fan right there.
All right. So for me, number 1, Michael Vick. I've never seen.
Okay.
It's like that's.
I can go with that.
And then second athlete growing up, also in football, I say Darryl Green.
Darryl Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He's small, but shut down corner. With a lot of heart.
Yeah, I was gonna throw in there too, like Deion Sanders. Was, I would say he's up there too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, man.
That's a good crew.
Yeah. So just want to say thank you, Nick, for having us. Got to know you more on a personal level. Collector.
Yes,
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Real estate. Monopoly guy.
The boss. The boss. Yes, sir.
Rick Ross. I see. So yeah, we definitely, hopefully we can bring you on to see more of your collection on, in person. Yeah. So we just want to say thank you for letting get interviewing tonight, and
tell everybody your Instagram handle, man, so that they could see your
Instagram's warehouse WAREHOUSE 6539X.
And I'll put that link down below. Yep.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, and I really appreciate you guys having me out. I've been wanting to come on here for a while.
Of course,
I got a bunch of driving tomorrow, so I'll be listening to whatever ones that I missed.
For sure.
So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. So thank you so much. So it's episode 11. You guys take care.
Peace.
Peace.